Welcome to AccountKit. Today we're going to go through the setup of your practice settings for workflow. As a practice administrator, click on your name down the bottom left, head to Practice Settings and over to Tool Settings. From the Tool Settings screen, we're going to click on the Workflow drop-down, and this opens up our options for setting practice-wide options and tools for our workflow configuration. Our first option is the ability to set auto-assign on any jobs as tasks are completed. Should you have 3 or 4 checklist items in a job, the job is owned by Matt, for example, and then on the 4th step we want it to move to Ben. By completing the previous 3 steps and having this toggled on the 4th step the job will automatically move to Ben. Keep this one on by default, as we recommend it's a great feature for creating automations in your practice processes going forward. We also have the ability to share daily plans across the practice. This allows anyone with sufficient access, such as partner level, and we can determine that at practice settings level, to be able to see each person's daily plan, which appears under our option up the top here, or on your dashboard homepage over on the left. Daily plans allow you to plan out your day, week or month with certain jobs or tasks that have been assigned to you. We then move down to our general workflow options, and I recommend kicking off from the Practice Authorities section. Practice Authorities are your different services that you deliver for a client when they come on board. For example, if John was joining my practice as a client, I might talk to John and ask John what services we will be delivering for John. He might say, tax return, I need my payroll done on a fortnightly basis, and I require my bookkeeping done monthly. By having these options available for selection, these will drive and automate your workflow based on those options. You can create custom items down the bottom here by simply creating new, selecting or naming the type of authority for the work that you're going to do for a client, and the frequency that you might do that work for. You will note that the top 3 options here are locked out, and this is because these 3 options are connected directly to your integrated solutions into AccountKit. Tax return is linked to the Prepare Tax field in XPM, meaning that if you tick it either in AccountKit or in XPM, it will appear on the other, and vice versa. Activity statement is the same for the Prepare BAS field in XPM, and annual review is matched to your preferred corporate compliance system in either Now Infinity or CAS 360 for your company annual reviews. We recommend where your option is always one type of repeat in terms of how often the job is there, that you do not assign a repeating function. So for example, FBT is always annual, therefore we do not need to tick our available timings. However, payroll is on different timing elements, so therefore we've selected the 3 that apply. This will make authority allocation for clients simpler in the future. We then move up to user roles, and this gives you the ability to allocate certain roles for the different work that you might do in the practice. By clicking Create New, it allows you to establish new elements, and you can name them accordingly to what you have in your firm. You will note that the top 3 are also locked within this section. These are assigned to specific fields again that run on repeats for jobs. The partner and manager fields are tied to XPM and directly correlate with jobs that you may want to repeat and always get allocated to a manager or to a partner for a given client. The client authority is the staff member that you have associated for your practice authority types. So where we have, let's say, activity statement, we may have a staff member on the client that always does the activity statements for them, in which case they are assigned as the client authority. And we can set jobs to always get assigned to the appropriate person, hence why there is a lock, so that you cannot edit this option. We then move up to priority flags, And in your practice, you may have different priorities around the way that you set work for staff or for yourself. Generally in practice, we do not need very low and low, but these are in there just to showcase the different ways that you can customize your flagging. Some other options we have seen is you may change critical to overdue. You may also have an option that might be 1 week, 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 weeks, if you would like some more timing visibility. Noting that you will have due dates on your jobs anyway, but this creates a visual representation via flagging. We then move up to work types, and this gives us the ability to split out the services that we deliver. So although we do activity statements for our clients, we may want to, for dashboard and reporting purposes, split that out to showcase BAS and IAS separately. The same may also go for administration tasks. We may want to separate our compliance tasks out. These are just reporting fields, so you do not need to elaborate too much here, but you can customize to your heart's content. Select the naming convention, the color scheme, and the abbreviation of your choosing. Finally, we move up to the last but not least item of status flows, and this is your ability to set where the job is up to in the practice. On the right hand side, we have all of our available statuses, and we recommend setting up the different stages of work that you might have across your practice as selectable items. The idea being is you want these available to then pull over to your current status flows for the different types of work that you might be doing. There will be continuity by having them available on the right, and then you'll note something like the compliance workflow will have every element associated to it. You can rearrange these elements by clicking on the 6 dots either side and moving them up or down, and you can add or remove elements by dragging them in or out of the available status fields using those 6 dots as well. Then we might move down to something like a simple element, which might just be open, in progress, waiting, manager review, and completed. Depending on the needs of the type of job that you might be doing, let's say a client onboarding, it may just be a in and out and completed. Simply add your new statuses as you go down here, your status flows, and then this will allow you to establish what elements go into what order for that particular flow type as you create it. Once all of these elements are created, we come across to our clients page, and you'll note that if we click into a client, all of their available practice authorities are now visible here. And as we onboard new clients, we simply say, "Hi Brett, we'll do your tax return for you," and the person who will be doing that might be Fernanda, and we'll also do your bookkeeping on a monthly basis, and the person who does that is Julia. This drives your workflow, and this should also be your onboarding checklist at first interview with your client. Thank you for listening.